take a little ride. I swear, every time I hit this road in the same spot, I see this same lady, and she always talks to herself. But whatever. So I just got off the phone with my boy Tiger, and I'm gonna try to beat him to the punch. And of course, y'all know that he has a 600, and we talked about whether, see me, talked about whether 600 is a viable option, and kind of like some of the thought process that goes into a 600 these days. A lot of people actually still ride 600s. As I said in the last video, 1,000 is a lot of bike for the street. I'm not gonna say it's too much, but I'm gonna say that you can't really use all the power unless you're on a straight line. So a 600 is a step down. You get about half as much torque, about half as power also for the average one. You know, most 600s make anywhere from 105 to 120 horses up the tire. My strap under my neck is tight, so it is squeezing the shit out of my cheeks, making it hard to talk, but we're gonna keep on with it. But I still think a 600 is a good option. There's still plenty of power. As I always tell people, it's got plenty of power enough for you to fuck up and get killed on it. So you still gotta respect it. Most 600s should do somewhere in the 160 something mile an hour range. GPS, everybody's always talking about. Let me see if I can adjust this down strap. Everybody's always talking about how fast their bike went, but they're not posting GPS numbers. They're posting speedometer numbers. Unless you have a speedo hitter, throw that speedo away. You know, for actual speed. It's only a very few 600s that I actually see. Now they do over, you know, like 170. Very few. And most of the riders are very small frame, very lightweight. But with proper gearing and, you know, everything, all the setup is normal, they will do over 170. They will let me by. But I think it'll be a good choice. A 1,000 isn't for everybody. Everybody that doesn't, man, it's funny. There was a guy at work, and he wants R6. He's rode, you know, plenty of bikes. He's like, man, a 600 is plenty enough for me. And I've rode plenty of 600 also. The thing is, you have to really ring them out to get that power. Everything is way up at the top. You hit them down low, and they don't feel like very much of anything. I've rode some of my boys 600s that were stretched. Why would you stretch a 600? We ain't gonna talk about that. But it still got plenty enough power for you to not realize how fast you're going and ride above your ability and end up in a bad situation. So a 600 is a good idea. And when I was in Kawasaki City on Saturday getting my tire replaced, I was talking to my boy, and we was talking about the Z125s and the Groms, and you can get hurt on even those little bikes. I'm very seriously looking into getting one, just because, like I said, the fun factor is big. Riding a race bike, I know, right? But I do have a new tire. I'm trying to get some break-in on it, because it is very slick right now, and plus it's cold, so it is a very slick tire. But 600 is plenty. The right gearing, they'll do everything you need to. I know Tiger posted that video of me. I was out flagging for the 600s, and I wanted to just kind of compare. And on that race that he posted, that y'all have seen, what I did is I flagged them. I think I was in second gear. I didn't even start in first. I flagged them, and once they became, you know, once they pulled up even with me, that's when I pinned the throttle. And you see, it's a big difference. I would love to have a 600. So just weather figure out what it's gonna do. My nose can act proper. It goes from 30 to 80 split second, same day. So but yeah, I would love to have a 600. I want to take a 600 and mod it out like I've modded this, lower it, you know, all the stuff I've did to this, which is just the basics. And I want to actually see what it would do. I think there's a lot more, how can I say, a lot more people want to see 600s racing. Of course, the Gixxer crowd, it was always coming down between the Gixxers and the R6. The Gixxer 600 guys say that for the 600s, the Gixxers are the fastest. I personally think, from my little bit of know-how and from what I've seen, I think the R6 is a little bit better option for straight line racing for the 600s. I feel like it's got the most potential. But yeah, like I was saying, most 1000 guys just look on them. Like me, I guess it's about what the most of the 600 people do for what I'm addressing. They take a 600 and they go one down, one up, or one down, two up, throw a shorty can on it, no muffler, like a little, you know, voodoo or something, chop it off right around, and they ride around screaming at 10,000 RPMs all the time, just, you know, just all the time. Pull up into a gas station, you're revving it. Most of the bikes aren't tuned properly. They just shoot a lot of fire, and that's what they like. And they backfire when you get off the gas. They pop, all that, you know. So it gives 600 riders just a bad name. For the most part, and I see it all the time. If me and the crew, you know, Tiger and Maz and the homies that I ride with, if we was to be sitting at the gas station posted up, it could be 4 or 5 of us. When the guys that ride the 600s come around, they put into the gas station, banging off the rev limiter, they're just making a lot of unnecessary noise. And our reaction is like, why? You know, they give 600 people a bad name. I would love to play with a 600 like we do the 1000s, you know, take it seriously and mod them to where we're trying to get everything out of them. I be messing with Tiger, I'm like, man, you stayed at that 600 for a mile and Bradley touched 150. I mean, but that's the fun. It's fun. I remember that day that I was watching them race, so you know, I would flag them, and once they pulled up beside me, I would roll the throttle and pull even with them. That was a fun day. I thought it was, matter of fact, I actually went home and turned my ETV settings down to what I figured would be enough for 600. I never got to test it against the 600. As you know now, my L mode is my E85 mode, my E85 map. But I wanted to go out and race those guys because that shit looked fun. Man, they're just not as fast, but still, I think you can have just as much fun with them as you can with these. The thing about these is we're getting to 185 10 seconds in, and at 185 you're covering a lot of ground real fast, so the races are real fast. Just think if it took 3 or 4 more seconds, whatever the distance is, whatever the time is for a race, just the longer duration races, the longer they're close, are a lot better. We get into a race and we click off 4 gears and we're still side by side, we instantly slow down and like, hey man, we need to try to get another one in because that was good. So just imagine those races, but more time interval to where we're looking at each other like, man, I wish I had a little bit more throttle or just a little bit more power. So I think a 600 would be a plenty viable option. I still recommend 600 to people. A lot of guys see what we do and figure that they can, just the same as we do, go buy 1000 and set it up, and they're not ready for the power that these 1000s have, and they go out and get hurt. Even, you know, well-seasoned riders, they're just not ready for how fast these bikes actually pick up. And I don't know, man, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. Like I said, if you're on 2 wheels, you're either my homie or you're my brother. If I don't know you, you're my brother. If I know you, we done spoke, I'm gonna call you my homie because that's how I see you, you know what I'm saying? We family. I don't want to see nobody get hurt on these bikes. I've seen it. I've been down, whatever. I don't want to see nobody else get hurt. So ride within your limits. When people start talking crazy about 600, something like, yeah, you know, as long as it's the chill 600 crew, y'all ain't out banging off rev limiters and doing all this crazy gear to do stunts in parking lots, knowing that the establishment doesn't want it, y'all are cool with me, you know. So I don't know. With that being said, that's my thought about 600s. It's plenty of bike. I recommend them. I want one. Wouldn't be bad. Anyway, till next time. Peace.